boy, this is a lot of work. Hey folks, welcome back to the vlog. My name is Brackin.
I'm Lindsay, and this is Tiny Notes from Home.
We hope to challenge, encourage, and inspire you on your journey with Jesus, for He is the way, the truth, and the life. And on our journey this week, we are finally starting into a long overdue house renovation project, which will eventually end in having this kitchen complete. How are you feeling about that, Lindsay?
I'm really excited to get some of these projects, the bigger projects, underway. And yeah, it's a long process because we're trying to do it the right way.
We're also trying to do it before the baby comes, or at least part of it.
Livable-ish.
We want to get it livable. We probably have a year's worth of work behind us here, and we're just going to take the first phase of that project now.
We've been through several phases of our house renovation, and the next phase on the way to be able to renovate our kitchen is doing our schoolroom and dining room area. We've had to put up this temporary foam wall to block off the workspace over here, so it really has limited the amount of space we have in the kitchen and a place to eat. We've had to minimize that, and so it's a little tight, but we're making it work. And as we're starting this project, I have just a little bit, like 2 months left in my pregnancy, and so we are hoping to get the space completed enough to where we can open it back up into the house and just have it more livable. It won't be completely finished, but at least it'll be more usable than what it is right now.
So most of the work that you're about to see is going to happen on the other side of this foam wall here, and I have no idea how long it's going to take for us to complete this next phase of the project. I imagine it'll take at least a few weeks, but as with most renovation projects, it's just impossible to tell what we're going to run into when we start tearing into the floor of this house. So we will catch up with Lindsay midway through the project and also at the end to get her thoughts and feelings on the matter. So with that, join us for the journey as we renovate this 100-year-old farmhouse in the mountains of western North Carolina. All right, so here we are in what used to be our schoolroom, and it will be our schoolroom again at some point. And what's hard to believe is that this used to be the nicest room in the whole house. In fact, when we moved in, the rest of the house was so bad that we just camped out in here for a number of months until we were able to renovate some other rooms and slowly move into them. And now it's time for this room to get the renovation treatment. We're going to tear out the ceiling and the floor and the walls and the windows and the doors and basically just rebuild this room from the inside out. It's lacking in insulation, and the foundation on this side is pretty much non-existent. So we got to get down in here and see what it's going to take to shore up this house. It's going to get interesting. Alright, so we're tearing out the floor and we're finding some old newspapers that they used for insulation in the flooring from 1943 and 46. So let's see what we can find here.
Oh, that's crisp.
That was cut on nail.
More. Horse races!
Alright, and this... oh man! This is why we tore out this perfectly good floor. It's crazy that the people who built this floor, they built it really, really strong. Like it was glued and screwed and just really strong. But they built it on top of a faulty foundation. Probably when they replaced this floor, they didn't feel like dealing with the foundation because it was such a mess, and they thought, we'll just leave that alone and we'll build a floor within the room, and the floor will be strong, but the walls in the house are only as strong as the foundation. That's why the foundation is important. All right, Lindsay, so here we are. It's been, feels like it's been a few weeks since we started this project. We've torn out most of the walls and the ceiling, and we've been working on the floor and doing some digging. How's it been for you as you've watched this project over the past little while?
Well, it's been exciting to see the progress. I haven't come out here a whole lot just because it's really muddy and cold, but I hear it from the other side, and they have gotten a lot done. Just getting all of the foundation dug out. And yeah, I'm just excited to see the progress coming along.
And I'm realizing very quickly that this project is going to take a while, and rather than trying to finish this in one video, this is going to have to be a mini series. So bad for us, good for you, I guess. I don't know if it's bad for us. It's just the reality.
Yes, these kinds of projects, especially when dealing with a very old house, always end up taking a lot longer because you don't know what you're going to find.
But when it's done, it's going to be awesome. Are we on?
Yep.
We got laser beams?
Yep.
Can you see the laser beams in there?
Yes.
What's it look like?
Right. Oh, it looks cool.
Does it?
Yeah, you gotta get the right angle.
So we are trying to figure out where all these floors are gonna go, because we have like the original part of the house, and then the kitchen, and then we have this whole addition here, and they're all at different levels, give or take, I don't know, maybe a couple of inches. So we're gonna use the laser beam to figure out what our final floor level is gonna be. You wanna help me get that set up?
Let's do it.
All right, can you look through there? Close enough, perfect. Like a loose tooth that doesn't want to come out. All right, so I'm here in our tool trailer, getting some extra gloves and tools for me and the boys. I just wanted to stop and say thank you for all of your love and support for our family during this season of renovations and waiting for our next baby. And I'd like to stop and say that this video is sponsored by you, our viewers, and especially our Patreon supporters. So if you'd like to support us on a deeper way, more than just watching, then join us on Patreon. I'll leave a link in the description below. Another way you can support our family is through our Sparrow Song soap business, which Lindsay is working diligently at before the baby comes. I'll leave a link for that in the description below as well. You can get some beautiful homemade, handmade soap directly from Lindsay. So check out the links and let's jump back onto the job site.
Oh, jugular. Right to jugular. Uh-oh. You got that on camera? That's right.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Bucket.
Buckets over here, Martin.
All right, it has been about 2 weeks since we filmed here last, and a lot has happened. First of all, it was brutally cold for about a week, so the ground was too frozen for us to work on anything. But since then, we have torn off this deck in front of the house, and this deck was rotten, and underneath of it was buried in the ground a 1,000 gallon fuel oil tank for an old furnace that was in the house before we moved in. So we removed that, and eventually we're gonna rebuild a room right here where the deck used to sit, and that will end up being our laundry room and a mud room and a soap making room. And then inside we have dug out a bunch of dirt with the help of some young men from our church and all the boys. We have dug out the floor. Let me see if I can get you guys. Yeah, there we go. We've dug down a few feet so that once the new floor is in, we'll have access underneath for installation and just general maintenance and whatnot. And the biggest thing we've done is we have torn out this entire exterior wall. Kind of crazy, I know, but the foundation was basically missing here. It was all crumbling, and so we've dug in a footer and we're gonna set a new foundation here. After the foundation is rebuilt, then we will rebuild this wall. We wanted to put some different windows and doors in here anyway, so it's all just getting upgraded. Oh boy, this is a lot of work. All right, Lindsay, so this is the end of this demolition phase of the project. We have dug everything out. We are down and ready to start building back up, which will be in the next video, so be sure to subscribe to get notified about that. But as we wrap up here, how are you feeling about where we're at relative to baby time? Because you're just, what, 3-4 weeks away?
Mm-hmm, yep. Just at the end here, and I mean, I feel good about it. I don't know how much more you
are we gonna make it?
I don't know, you have a better idea of that than I do, but I think you guys have actually been making really good progress, and you said that now, since you're getting closer to putting the floor in, things will go a little faster.
A lot faster. Yeah, and the boys have been a huge help. Of course, they're getting paid, so there's some motivation there, but it's a blessing to work together as a family. Thank you for your patience and your grace, and thank you for joining us, and we will see you in the next episode of our home renovation. We love you guys. God bless you.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.